21 seasons at the helm of the Chaparrals football program, the late Bob MacDougall is known for coaching, mentoring, and developing the hundreds of Chaparrals who donned the green and gold. MacDougall's name is etched in NJCAA history with his teams winning a remarkable record 36 consecutive games. He coached 37 All-Americans, dozens who moved on to four-year schools, with 6 of his players competing in the National Football League. And tonight, Coach Mac joins fellow Chap Hall of Fame football stars Paul Spicer, Mike Bellamy, and Aaron Bailey. And gentlemen, I see you into the COD Athletic Hall of Fame.
Good evening. I'm Joe Roman, and I'm very proud to be able to induct and help induct Bob MacDougall in the Football Hall of Fame at the College of DuPage. I guess the first thing I would say that strikes me above other feeling about other coaches and different from Bob MacDougall. First off, Bob was first a family man. I mean, he always met with his family when he could, and after the game, before the game, after practice, he was always with the family. So first, he was a family man, and then next, I think the next quality would be that he was always good to help any player, any coach, his family, and he sort of did it all at once. And as far as his ability to coach, it was a little thing, in sports, not only do football, but volleyball or whatever. It's the little things that make the difference. And Bob was very high on that thing. Some of the ones that really struck me, I'm going, wow, that's cool what we're doing. And what it was we had practices where we had 2 a day, and we didn't have classes till late, so it would give us the opportunity to have 2 practices. And we'd have the first practice, and then everybody'd scoot in, get their snacks, and come back out, and they'd be in a circle. And then Bob would take one of the coaches and say, "Okay, you're talking today," and we explain what we're going to do. So we'd be out there practicing hard, and then Bob would say, "Okay, everybody, in the locker room, put on your shorts, and meet us in the swimming pool." And we had an Olympic swimming pool. It's looking around, go, what's he going to do? Drown us or something? And no, we went in there, and then the kids swam. And those little things brought those guys together. It was not one of those things where, okay, we're going to practice for 2 hours and we'll see you tomorrow. There was always, we did things to where we were doing things to improve the kids' ability to play the game, and also to help other people on the team as well, and be one. We were always together where we were. Bob was not one of those coaches that got mad and were yelling and things like that. They saved that for me. And he spoke to the players, and no matter what the situation was, it was very calm, and always went with what we have to do to win this game, and for what we have to have you do. I think that was one of his biggest qualities, and that the players all felt themselves as being a part of the team. Him and the other coaches, we all talked to the players. And during Bob's tenure as a head coach of the College of DuPage, we had 37 All-Americans make it to there, and they all deserved it. And that's a pretty impressive record there. players were honored. What made them, I think, great was the fact that Bob kept them on track of what they were doing, and also keeping them. The thing that you have to do there is that I see is right away when they started getting the publicity and people start talking. Can we talk to the quarterback? After the game and things like that, and they got notoriety. And what was important is that Bob kept the players humble, and that's what was the difference. And the kids knew they were going to win football games. They just didn't know what the score was. They knew that it could be 14-13 or 42-12. I can tell you for sure, coaches, players, fans, that would be their first call. And when they said, "Okay, who do we take as far as being in the College Hall of Fame?" He was well liked and was more than deserving of being a coach. And the only bad thing about the thing is that he didn't get a chance to see himself be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Bob MacDougall built the Chaparral football program into a perennial NJCAA power in his 21 seasons at the helm. His team set the NJCAA all-time winning streak of 36 consecutive games that included 3 consecutive unbeaten seasons from 1993 to 1995. His 174-59 record included 11 Region 4 titles, with 8 straight titles between 1989 and 1996, and 8 N4C titles, including 4 consecutive titles from 1992 to 1995. He coached 37 All-Americans, and 6 of his players went on to the National Football League, including fellow COD Athletic Hall of Famers Paul Spicer, Mike Bellamy, and Aaron Bailey. He led Joliet Junior College to the NJCAA title in 2002 and was named National Coach of the Year. He was named to the NJCAA Football Coaches Hall of Fame in 1997 and Region 4 Hall of Fame in 2006. He passed away October 3, 2021, at the age of 77.
Let's get started. Obviously, I'm not Bob. I'm his older brother, Jim. We got into coaching together back in the 60s. And we ended up coaching, we started with coaching a team that previously had never had a winning season in their 17 years. And the very first year, we ended up 6-3. We only had 16 players, but with Bob's help, we ended up 6-3. The next year, we ended up 8-1. Back then, you didn't play 9. You started playing 9 games. There were no state titles or anything like this. And the idol, the man we all looked up to, was Vince Lombardi. If you're a little older, you've heard of him. He was legendary, and he taught the game. And Vince had a saying, there are 3 things important: God, family, football. And both Bob and I adopted those. God was very important in our lives and still is. And I'm doing something a little bit different. Hopefully you'll reflect. I'd like to take a minute out and have people remember somebody who needs their prayer. This is not a revival, but I happen to have a family member who is in the ICU right now, or he'd be here. And I don't know if he's going to make it. But if you have someone else you'd like to pray for, let's just take a second and reflect on someone we pray for. Thank you. The second thing Lombardi taught was family. And Bob has a remarkable family. And he has, his oldest is Amy. His oldest child, well, she's not a child anymore. Second is Kevin. Third is Scott. And fourth is Alex. And the quarterback of that family is his wife, Judy. Now, I'm not, maybe I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to, because I have the microphone. And I'm not going to be in Chicago tomorrow. But to demonstrate family, I'd like everybody to be silent for a second, and only those who are MacDougalls or related to MacDougalls to just applaud now. There are people from Michigan. As soon as Bob got inducted, people said, "We're coming, we're coming, we're coming." And they did. And family is so important. And the quarterback of Bob's family is his wife, Judy, and she's such a great quarterback, and probably the head coach. Those of you who know her know that. And the last part of Lombardi's talk was always football. I'm not going to talk about it. Read about it. You have the little booklet. It tells you what he did. He was pretty good. He was damn good. He was my brother. And I'm very, very proud to be here to say thank you to the College of DuPage for this honor. Thank you very much.